Could you imagine another player in the league who could put on a show like prime James Harden? You could argue that players like Luka Doncic or Tyrese Maxey fit that description in today's NBA, but back in 2017, Markelle Fultz was hyped up to be that guy. He had everything he needed to become a special player in the NBA, until a rare syndrome led to the downfall of his career. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. Fultz's career at Washington was nothing short of spectacular. He arrived in Seattle as a highly touted prospect and did not disappoint. Averaging 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, Fultz showcased a rare combination of scoring ability and playmaking. His smooth shooting stroke, agility, and court vision made him an immediate standout. He could score from anywhere on the court, whether it was driving to the hoop or pulling up from deep. His performance not only earned him all Pac-12 honors, but also solidified his status as a top NBA prospect. Fultz's ability to score efficiently was particularly impressive. He shot nearly 48% from the field and had a solid 41% from three-point range, which was expected to translate well into the NBA. In essence, he was projected to be the complete package, a guard who could handle the ball, make plays for others, and score with ease. This is why the 76ers' decision to draft him with the first overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft was met with high expectations and excitement. When the Philadelphia 76ers made Markelle Fultz the top pick in 2017, it was seen as the culmination of the process, the long-term strategy the team employed to build a championship contender. Fultz was envisioned as the final piece of the puzzle, a dynamic guard who could pair with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons to form a formidable trio. His arrival was anticipated with great fanfare, and the expectations were sky high. However, the excitement quickly turned into confusion. Fultz's shooting mechanics began to deteriorate, and his once reliable jump shot became inconsistent. To make matters worse, the Sixers' franchise cornerstone seemed to be unraveling before their eyes. Fultz's rookie season was marred by a mysterious shoulder injury that affected his shooting form. Despite the team's hopes, he played in just 14 games, averaging 7 points, 4 assists, and severely struggling with his shooting percentages. The Sixers had hoped Fultz would be a game changer. Instead, they found themselves in a precarious situation. The injury issues left the team questioning their decision and caused a lot of second-guessing about whether Fultz would ever live up to the hype. The shoulder injury that plagued Fultz's rookie season was as perplexing as it was debilitating. Initially, the cause was unclear, leading to widespread speculation and many conspiracies. Some suggested it was a psychological issue, with Fultz possibly suffering from anxiety or a mental block that was affecting his performance. This theory gained traction as Fultz's physical problems seemed to overlap with periods of poor performance and visible frustration on the court. As time passed, more was revealed about the injury. Fultz's shooting form became increasingly unorthodox, leading to even more confusion and speculation. Fans and analysts were left baffled, and the Sixers coaching staff struggled to address the issue. It wasn't until Fultz was eventually diagnosed with thoracic outlet syndrome, a condition that compresses nerves between the collarbone and the first rib, that some clarity was provided. This rare condition was causing Fultz's shooting issues and discomfort, but by then, the damage to his reputation and career trajectory was already done. The diagnosis did at least give Fultz clarity on the physical issues he was experiencing. However, it didn't immediately fix the problem. Rehabilitation and recovery from such an injury are complicated and time-consuming. Fultz faced an uphill battle to regain his form and rebuild his confidence, both of which were crucial to his performance on the court. His time with the 76ers remained disappointing. His statistics were underwhelming, and the team's patience began to wear thin. In February 2019, the Sixers traded Fultz to the Orlando Magic, marking the end of his involvement within the process in Philly. The trade to the Orlando Magic offered Fultz a fresh start. The 76ers were hyper-focused on making a deep playoff run, which can add immense pressure onto a rookie. The Magic, however, were in the midst of a rebuild, looking to develop young talent and identify their core players. This change of scenery proved beneficial. Fultz began to show glimpses of his potential, especially during his first full season with the Magic. He averaged 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds per game while shooting 47% from the field. It seemed like the Magic were getting the player that the 76ers had hoped for, a talented, versatile guard who could drive the offense. Fultz's ability to stay healthy and show his skills on the court was a positive development for both him and the Magic. He was no longer the enigmatic figure he was in Philadelphia, but he was starting to live up to some of the expectations that had followed him since his college days. Just as things were looking up, disaster struck again. In January 2021, Fultz suffered a torn ACL, once again derailing his career. The ACL tear was a major setback, forcing him to miss the rest of the 2020-2021 NBA season. This injury was particularly devastating because it came right when Fultz was starting to show signs of his old self. The recovery process for an ACL tear is lengthy and challenging. It requires a significant amount of time and rehabilitation to return to peak performance. During the 2021-2022 season, Fultz played in only 18 games, struggling to regain his previous form. The injury not only affected his physical capabilities, but also put his mental resilience to the test. The constant cycle of injury and recovery can be mentally exhausting for any athlete, and Fultz was no exception. Fultz returned to the court for the 2022-2023 season with renewed hope. He played 60 games, averaging 14 points, 6 assists, and shooting an impressive 51% from the field. It seemed like he was finally putting his injury woes behind him. He was contributing significantly to the Magic and displaying the talent that had made him a top pick in the draft. However, the joy was short-lived. At the start of the 2023-2024 season, Fultz was listed as inactive with no clear explanation from the team. This absence left fans and analysts scratching their heads. When he did return, his performance was lackluster, and it was revealed that he was battling yet another knee injury. This injury further complicated his ability to contribute effectively and put his future with the Magic in question. As the 2024 offseason approaches, the question remains, what's next for Markelle Fultz? The Magic seem hesitant to re-sign him, focusing their efforts on developing Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony. The constant injury issues and inconsistent performances have made it difficult for Fultz to establish himself as a reliable contributor. For other teams, the decision to take a chance on Fultz will come down to risk versus reward. On one hand, Fultz has shown flashes of brilliance when healthy, and his talent is undeniable. On the other hand, his injury history is a significant concern. Teams will need to weigh the potential upside of signing Fultz against the risk of investing in a player with a troubled health history. Markelle Fultz's career has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. From his stellar college performance to his struggles with injuries and inconsistent play in the NBA, his journey has been far from straightforward. However, there's still a glimmer of hope. If he can stay healthy and find a team that believes in his potential, Fultz might yet fulfill the promise that once had everyone so excited. So, if you were an NBA GM, would you take a chance on Markelle Fultz, or would you pass on him due to his injury history? Hit the comments below and tell us. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy these two as well.